All right, let's just get right into it. Are you tired of living at like 50% of your potential? Just sick of feeling mediocre? Well, then this one is for you. We're going to break down this pretty radical blueprint for a total transformation. It's called the 6-month disappearance.
The idea behind this is just so powerful. Look, this is not about taking another vacation. A vacation, that's just hitting the pause button. A disappearance is like a full system reboot. We're talking about carving out a season of intense, totally uninterrupted focus to build the person you know you're supposed to be.
I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. How many Januaries have you whispered to yourself, "This is my year," only to live the rest of it like it's not? We've all been there, right? You set the goal, you get that little burst of motivation, and then, poof, life happens. The old habits just sneak right back in. Well, that's the cycle we're here to talk about breaking, for good. So, this whole journey, it really kicks off from a very specific place. It's that point where being average isn't just unsatisfying anymore. It's sickening. Like you physically feel it in your gut. It's that voice deep inside that's screaming, "I was made for more than this."
Okay, so what is this disappearance, really? The material we're looking at calls it the lonely chapter. And look, that's not lonely in a bad way. It's about a strategic withdrawal. It's pulling back from all the noise, all the social media, all that fake significance, all the distractions. It's about giving yourself the quiet, the space, to finally do the real, deep work. All right, so how do we actually do this? Well, the first big pillar is all about the process of elimination. And listen, this isn't about adding more stuff to your to-do list. No, it's about taking things off your plate. True productivity is subtraction. You've got to figure out what's absolutely essential for your goals, and then be ruthless. I mean, absolutely ruthless in cutting out everything else. And here's a super simple but powerful way to think about it. This is the filter you need to run everything through, and I mean everything. People, habits, the stuff you watch online. Ask yourself, is this a fountain or a drain? Is it giving you energy, supporting you, pushing you forward? Or is it just a drain, slowly sucking your energy away from what actually matters? And this can't just be an idea, right? It has to be real action. We're talking about deleting the apps, the ones that just suck up your time. It means canceling those memberships, ending the subscriptions that maybe feel good but don't actually help you grow. And maybe the most important one, you have to stop explaining yourself. To people who are comfortable with average, you're gonna look crazy, and you have to be okay with that. Let them think you're crazy. Okay, so you've cleared the decks, you've created some silence. So what now? That brings us to the second pillar, what you actually do with that silence. And the answer? You fill it with the boring work. Yeah, it sounds boring, but this is where the magic happens. This is the unglamorous, repetitive behind-the-scenes stuff that actually builds real competence. It's the work you put in when nobody's watching, when there are no likes to be had and zero immediate reward. I want you to think of this as your own personal Rocky training montage. It really is a series of simple choices day in and day out. While they're out partying, you're building. While they're scrolling mindlessly, you're studying. While they're just consuming content, you're creating something. That's it. That's how you quietly build a massive lead. And you know what all that boring work gets you? It gets you something called built belief. And this is so crucial. This isn't that fake confidence you get from staring in the mirror and chanting affirmations. No way. This is the real deal. It's earned. It's the confidence that comes from having the calluses on your mind and on your hands to prove you've done the work. It comes from tackling something hard and proving to yourself that you could do it. All right, our third and final pillar. This is the mindset that powers this whole thing. See, it's not enough to just cut out distractions and do the work. You have to operate differently, with a whole new mindset built on two things: speed and total accountability. And check this out. 7 times. High performers move through life 7 times faster. Why? It's not magic. It's because they make decisions faster. They shorten that gap between having an idea and taking action. They don't wait a week to decide. They decide by the end of the day. So the takeaway here is, stop waiting to feel ready. You're never going to be ready. You have to start now. Even if it feels like painfully small, just get that ball rolling. Okay, this next part might sting a little. If your life sucks, it's your fault. I know, that sounds harsh, but hang on.
Because this is actually the best news you could possibly hear. Why? Because if it's your fault, that means you have the power. If it's your fault, that means you're the one who can fix it. You're not just a passenger in your own life, you're in the driver's seat.
So really, it all boils down to a simple choice. Are you going to have a victim mindset and just be a slave to your past and your circumstances? Or are you going to take extreme ownership and be the architect of your future? One path keeps you stuck. The other gives you the blueprints to build whatever you want. The power, really, is all yours.
So, after 6 months of this, what happens? What's the payoff for all that elimination, all that boring work, all that extreme ownership? Well, you reemerge. But you are not the same person who went into that cocoon.
You become what some people call a purple cow. Think about it. In a field full of black and white cows, a purple one is impossible to ignore, right? By disappearing, to build real skill, to actually become great at something, you make yourself so unique and remarkable that the world has no choice but to stop and look. Opportunity doesn't just knock, it comes looking for you. You become undeniable. And that brings us to the final command, really. Stop telling everybody what you're gonna do. Just stop. When you announce your plans, you get this little dopamine hit that tricks your brain into feeling like you've already accomplished something. It's a trap. Don't fall for it. Go silent, do the work, and let your results make all the noise for you.
So let's leave it with this question. The next year or so, it's a blank page. It's not written yet. So after everything we've just talked about, the only real question left is, who's holding the pen? Is it you? Or are you going to let your circumstances write your story for you? The choice, as always, is yours.